Hey everybody, Stefan here on GenderqueerChat. This week we are talking about what we do in terms of correcting people on pronouns and on names. For the most part, I don't really correct people on pronouns. I usually just let it slide, like whatever. There's like only a couple instances where I usually say a thing. When I was doing fencing and I was trying to go stealth or whatever, I had corrected one of the girls there who said she, and I was like, no, I was like he. And she goes, what? And I said, I'm a boy. And she was like, oh, okay. But then, like, she still messed it up, so I don't know. But for the most part, I don't really correct people. I get ma'am on the phone a lot still, and it's like, I don't know, I don't really bother correcting people that aren't really a part of my life. So, luckily, I surround myself with people who will help me out in terms of correcting people on my behalf. I don't really like people to, like, outright correct people, because then it just kind of brings more attention to the situation, whereas, like, they mess up, we move on, but then, like, I don't know, if it turns into a big thing, then it's even more awkward. So usually, when I have people correct, it's a little more subtle, like, somebody will say she, and then one of my friends will say blah 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 he, and then the other person will change. So not necessarily just going like, oh, it's he, but like using it in a sentence and that, getting them back on track. In terms of my name, I have to correct my name pretty often because it sounds, a lot like my girl name. So when I say, hey, I'm Stefan, they say, oh, hi, Stephanie. I'm like, no, it's Stefan, just Stefan. And they're like, oh, okay. So, a lot of people pronounce it wrong, too. Like, they'll say Stefan, and I'll be like, actually, it's Stefan. But, I mean, people correct pronunciations of names all the time, so I don't really think it's that big of a deal. It's, like, more awkward when people, like, hear me say Stefan and just add an E on to it than if they are reading it and pronounce it wrong. But I go by Steph a lot, just in general, so it was pretty easy for my friends to just say Steph, and I'm fine with that, and it's, either way, so, yeah, mostly I just leave it up to other people around me to correct people, because I'm not really confident enough doing it myself, and it's, like, kind of hard to do it in a way that you can kind of just, like, slip it in, or whatever, when it's you. You don't really use, like, third-person pronouns on yourself, so, yeah, so I usually just let it slide, because, like, if you make a big deal out of it, it's, like, even more awkward, so that's how I handle it, and let's see, what else? Right now, I'm really busy doing, some work. I work for a psychology experiment, so I'm trying to, like, schedule people to do field runs and stuff like that, and I'm trying to do data analysis and all sorts of things. One person wants me to do one thing, and so I start doing that, and the other person wants me to do another thing, and then I have to put that off and do something else. I don't know, it's very hectic right now, because we're trying to finish up this project, and I'm trying to sell everything I own on Craigslist, so, if anybody wants a motorcycle, or an electric guitar, or, I don't know, all sorts of stuff, yeah, let me know and I'll ship it out to you. We're planning on moving July 12th, July 15th, somewhere between the 12th and the 15th of July, and we'll be in Tucson, Arizona, so I'll get to share, some videos of our journey, so that'll be fun. Oh, also, I've, officially officially, I guess, stopped taking testosterone. 2 shots ago I took a half dose, and then my previous shot was a quarter of my dosage, and it's been over a week since my last shot, and I don't plan on taking any more until, I feel that my situation's different or whatever. So, I mean, so far I feel fine. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm really looking forward to starting to work out again. I have to wait about another week, so I'll be 6 weeks post-op before I can start doing any working out, because now that I have no boobs, I have this belly to worry about. So, I mean, I'm not going to be able to build muscle quite as easily without testosterone, so I'm really anxious to get going into a good workout routine to try to maintain some of my fat changes and stuff like that. So I'll let you guys know how that goes, and I guess that's it for now.